Hello everyone, welcome to our statistics channel Quality Statistics. In the last video, we discussed presentation of data. Presentation of data can be done by four ways, and first way is textual presentation, second way is tabular presentation, third way is charts and diagrams, and fourth is numerical expression. In the last video, we discussed textual presentation, and after that we focus on tabulation, that is tabular presentation. And before discussing thoroughly tabular presentation and before drawing any table, before presenting any table, we have to focus on some guidelines for the construction of a table, or which is called features of a good table. Construction of table depends on the objective of study. It also depends upon the wisdom of the statistician. That is how this table can be presented. There are no hard and fast rule for the construction of a table. However, some important guidelines should be kept in mind such that a good table can be presented. The guidelines of the table are features are as, that is, number one, compatible title. The table must have a very beautiful, very significant title, that is compatible title with the subject matter. Title of a table must be compatible with the objective of the study, that is what is to be focused on the study matter. The title should be placed at the top center of the table. The second one is comparison. It should be kept in mind that items or cells which are to be compared with each other are placed in columns or rows close to each other. This facilitates comparison. Suppose two or more topics, two or more subject matters are to be compared. Then we place these side by side either on row wise or on column wise, and then we compare throughout the table. The number 3 point is special emphasis. Some items in the table may need special emphasis. Such items should be placed in the head rows, and such items should be placed in the column column. The main thing is that which is to be placed in row wise and which is to be placed in column wise, that is to be done properly. Next one is ideal size. Ideal size means table must be of an ideal size. To determine an ideal size of a table, a rough draft or sketch must be drawn firstly, and then we take decision for the size matter. Rough draft will be an idea as to how many rows and how many columns should be kept there, that is to be focused. Next one is status of stubs. And stubs means if rows are very long and stubs may be given at the right hand side of the table always. Stubs is the important part of the table, and stubs should be focused properly such that every element, every matter of focus can be done very properly, very carefully. Use of zero. Next point is use of zeros. Zeros should be used only to indicate the quantity of the variable. It should not be used to indicate a it should not be used to indicate non-availability of data. If the data are not available, then we use dash or NA, that is non-availability. The next point is heading. Heading should be generally written in the singular form, and heading should be very significant such that anyone can understand the matter of table very easily. Next point is abbreviations. Use of abbreviation should be avoided in the headings of stub or caption. That is, heading of the table should be fair and very significant. Short form like PF, Provident Fund, GP, gross profit, etc. should not be used here. Next point is footnote, and this footnote is a significant part of a table. That is, footnote should be given only if needed. Some items are there where footnote is not required properly, and some tables and items are there where footnotes are very much required. However, if footnote is to be given, then it must bear some asterisk marks corresponding to the concerned item. Next one is this. The point is unit. What is unit? Units used must be specified above the columns, and if figures are very large, units may be noted in the short form, and suppose 000 or 00 hectares or units are to be mentioned in the proper manner. Next one is total. The 11th point of the guidelines is total. In the table, subtotal of the items must be given at the end of each row or each column, by which the significance of the table can be focused properly. Grand total of the items must be noted properly. Next, we focus on the point percentage and ratio. Percentage figures should be provided in the table if possible. This makes the data more informative. Next point is that extent of approximation, and this is a very important point. If some approximate figures have been used in the table, then the extent of approximation must be noted. This may be indicated at the top of the table as a part of the head of the table, and a head note should be properly designed, or a head note, or at the foot of the table as a footnote. Next point is size of columns. Size of columns must be uniform and symmetrical. Symmetrical means where it is symmetrical. Symmetrical means suppose odd type columns should not be drawn in the table, such that the beautification of the table can be maintained. Sources of data. The next one is sources of data. Sources of data must be noted at the foot of the table. It is generally used next to the footnote. Generally used noted and next to the footnote, because of the completeness of the table can be properly designed with the help of this footnote. And the next point and the last point of this discussion is simple, economical and attractive table size. That is very much required. A table must be simple, attractive and economical in space, because of the beauty of the table can be focused before an investigator, before an interviewer, or before any unknown person, by which the table can be properly understood. And this discussion on table can be properly focused, as a table is the basic instrument of the analysis of a statistical data. This is all about today. Viewers, keep watching to this channel for the further videos and further updates, and thank you all for watching these videos.